Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. And on the screen today, you might be watching some Modern Warfare gameplay, or you might be watching some World War II gameplay. I don't know, it depends how long the video is, really and truly. But I don't want to make the video too long, but it is currently October 14th, and it is currently Thanksgiving Monday up here in Canada. And, you know, to all my Canadians out there watching this, you know, I do wish you a happy Thanksgiving, and, you know, like all that good stuff. But, you know, I'm not sure if I made this video last year, and I want to say I did, or I made it the year before, you know, like a similar Thanksgiving video. But, you know, it's basically the same thing, man. Like, now's the time when you have to obviously be thankful for everything you have, because there are people out there that have less than you. There are people that are less fortunate. So now's the time to remember that, you know, we are very fortunate here to have, you know, food, water, clothes, you know, a house, a bed, like all these kinds of things that people don't necessarily think is, like, you know, not relevant, but like they don't think it's important, right? But in reality, you know, there's some kids out there right now that would kill for a bed, or that would kill for clean water, or that would kill for, you know, food or whatever. And, you know, it's not even just having those things, it's also like a sense of security. Because if you think about it right now, like if you think about like the war-torn countries and, you know, all that kind of stuff, like it's definitely messed up. And like, say for example, you know, like those kids and those people, like they have to sleep in fear that, you know, their house or their, you know, whatever could be bombed at any second. And, you know, that's the, like, they pay that price. And it's like a lot of people like they forget that, right? It's like, yeah, everybody's thankful for food and water and whatever, but you also have a sense of security and a sense of, you know, like we're probably not gonna wake up and you know, the building beside me is gonna be, you know, crumbled, right? Well, I would hope not, but it's obviously anything can happen, right? You know, with Donald Trump and, you know, his ways, but we're not going to get into any of that. But, you know, like it's a sense of security, and people definitely underestimate that. Sometimes I even forget, like, you know, the fact that we have like electricity and like internet and, you know, all these kinds of things. And people, like, we think it's just like, you know, regular to have. We think that, yeah, you know, like everybody has one, but like some of these people, like, they've never seen a phone, they've never seen, you know, anything. So it's like that's another thing that we have to be thankful for. Like the fact that you're sitting probably on your phone to watch this video right now, to listen to the sound of my voice and watch me play whatever game I'm playing, you know, that's definitely something. Like, that's something significant. And that's why, like, even like, you know, we all complain about lag. Like, we're all gamers, we all complain about lag and you know, lagging and lag switch and, you know, all these kinds of things. But it's like, when you realize like what goes into like networking and like network engineering, and the fact that I could talk to my friend Anthony that lives like, you know, 10 minutes away from me, but, you know, we could talk almost instantaneously on the mic on like this little black PS4. Like, you know, it's like, when you put that into perspective, it's like, holy shit, like, you know, that's definitely something. Like, that's significant in some way. Some people sat down and they came up with that, and it's like, holy. Then you could even look at, you know, stuff like natural disasters. Like, we never, like, as far as I, you know, remember, as much as I've been alive, and for as many years as I've been alive, I don't ever remember us having like a natural disaster, like a tornado or like a hurricane or you know, something. Like, the worst thing that I can remember was, like, I think it was 6 years ago at this point. I'm pretty sure it was 2013. And we had this ice storm, and we had no power for 6 days, and it was like, holy shit. Like, you know, nobody really knew, like, you couldn't even do anything, because it's like, you know, it was the middle of the winter, so you couldn't even really go outside, like, you know, to play anything. And then, you know, there was no power because, like, a couple years, okay, well, not a couple years ago, it was more than that. It was probably 10-15 years ago. And basically what happened was, there was no power, and that was for 3 days, and it was in the summertime. But, you know, we went outside, like, it was when school was out and everything. I'm pretty sure it was like July or August or something like that. But what we did was, you know, we just went outside and played basketball all day. and then when like we literally came inside to go to bed and eat and whatever, and then we went back outside and played ball, and that was what we did all day, right? So it's like, you know, at least with then, like there was something that you could have done, but it's like the winter time, like you couldn't even do anything, like you were just cooped up inside, like, you know, you were like covered up like with the blanket, like, and because obviously you were cold, there was no heat, like there was nothing. And then, you know, it's like, so thinking back on it now, like it kind of puts it into perspective, like, you know, we have power, we have heat, we have electricity, you know, we have running water, we have, you know, all these things. So it's another thing, like I said, that, you know, we have to be thankful for. And, you know, one thing that I try to kind of keep in my head is that no matter how bad you have it, or no matter how bad you think you have it, at the end of the day, there's always somebody that is doing worse than you, or they have less than you. So, you know, that's just something that I try to keep in my head when, because, you know, everybody has those times when you're like, oh man, like, you know, I'm having a bad day, this, that, whatever. So it's like, you know, just like whenever you think that, just say, okay, you know what? Like, at least I have this, you know, I have a phone, I have, you know, a bed, this, that, whatever. And, you know, like it definitely gets you out of that mood, because then you get into the mood of being thankful and grateful and, you know, putting things into perspective. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, I hope everybody enjoyed, and I hope that, you know, from now on, your mindset, you know, kind of changes in terms of being thankful and, you know, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it. As always, thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. It's very much appreciated. All relevant links are down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next one.